Hey guys, this is Bass Whisper from Undead Neverland. Today I am discussing why is Negan from The Walking Dead necessary in the world we live in. Well, as you can see, as society crumbles, most rules go out the door. And we really need some of these rules that he in place and he actually builds. If you see before Rick come, he actually has built a network, which seems a little evil, but it was working before he came. Seems like the saviors have done what they said they were going to do by clearing out zombies around the other communities, because you could tell these communities probably wouldn't survive without the help of the saviors. You can look at the hilltop. The hilltop don't seem like it would have been able to defend itself. And plus, it's been, as Negan say, you give us half your stuff and we protect you. If they actually were doing what they say, it would be a nice trade and wouldn't be that awful. But the things he does to show his hand, his tyrannic hand, it's what makes him more evil than anything. But as you see, Rick has tried to make the same deal with the hilltop. We take care of the saviors and we take care of your stuff. Which makes Rick about as tyrannic as Negan. With the wife system, that's bad part upon him, but the easiest way to control men is to control their women. And you could take that as a power play or a controlling play. If you look at the sanctuary, which we see it more in the TV show, it seems like it's a very dark place to live, but as you see, the more you do for the community, the more you get in rewards. As you see, the women, their men get more rewards than if they're good to Negan and all that. Let's see. I have more points also. If you compare Negan to the governor. The governor just tried to take over the prison, just try to kill Rick and his group. Negan is trying to bring Rick into the fold with him, as per se, or under him, and try to use him. If the governor just did what Negan did and just brought Rick into Woodbury, he would have had a large farming community in a prison. All the grassy fields, all what Rick was doing. If everybody didn't get sick in season 4, it would have been a nice community to live in. The prison was cleared out. The fences were holding up, which could have been easily fortified. The same way Woodbury was fortified and the safe zone was fortified. It would have been very profitable for both communities. And also another point towards Negan, he actually kills Alpha, and seems like he's gonna try to be part of the community with Rick. And sick of being in that prison cell. You don't know if he could portray him in the end, or he truly has bowed down to Rick's rule in the rest of the communities. Also, another point of a default leader, if you look at the kingdom, spoiler alert, the king has fallen by this time in the comics. I think it was right before the comic whispers into screams. When there was I think it was 20 or 16 characters of The Walking Dead fall by the hands of the Whisperers. A lot of great characters fall in the comics. Well, some of them stepped into the background because Kingdom, after the 2 year skip, which seems like the 2 years should have had something going on, but you never know. Also brings me to another point. If this been 2 years and the zombie apocalypse hasn't been fixed, it's not really a zombie apocalypse. I was going to do another video saying this might be the judicial apocalypse, when basically it's after the rapture and the dead rise no matter what, and it's 7 years before the end of this time period between the rapture and basically hell rise to earth, or the heavens rain down and obliterates everything else. Might be getting it wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, leave it in comments, but yeah, I believe this is just after the rapture, and the day Rick went into the coma is when the dead in Christ rose, and the living dead rose up with after that. Explain a lot why zombies are decaying in the world and everyone dies and turns, and the CDC cannot fix the virus, which brings another point, which war, famine, and gluttony has changed the world into basically what it is now. Because I see more and more wars will break out in between the communities in the world, and no government is left. But we haven't seen anything else into entities, devils, the Antichrist, unless you consider Rick or Carl the Antichrist. And you can see Negan or the governor as war. The guy died in the prison and affected everybody as famine. Pestilence. It's not famine, it's pestilence. The famine is when food disappears, or the need and the want for hunger, but you could consider that as the zombies. That's it. I wouldn't take Negan's philosophies and rules as a good thing, but in the end, he's pretty much the evil we need, and the evil we might not want, but the evil is necessary in the world to survive. And he has built up a community big enough to control a large part of the world. But if you could see that in most dictators or rulers, that's basically what happened. They get strong enough, a large enough army to take over states, cities, and pretty much everywhere else, and they grow a community after they just take down everything else. Well, every other country has done this. We have taken over places. Pretty much how the world works most of the time. But until somebody else comes up to challenge you. To the future, what's gonna happen with the Whisperers War? I don't know. I don't know. Rick might die and Carl might go crazy and turn into the next big badass, and we do another year skip and Carl's the problem. You're getting up in age. Well, if you agree, like, comment, and subscribe. If you disagree, just comment. Tell me what point you have against what I'm saying. What's your ideas? I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.